When it comes to fishing, the country's most popular fish is the walleye. It prefers a more subtle approach, and to share with us how you can get across to them and bring them in is Jason Manatee from getfishing.ca. Jason, thanks for doing this.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm used to seeing the red and white bobber. We got something different on the line today.
Yeah, this is what's called the slip bobber, and as you can see, it's sliding up and down the line. And I know it's really hard for the viewer to see, but there's a little red stopper here. And what this allows you to do, Daryl, unlike the old beach balls we used to call them, that just clipped inwards in a fixed position, you can fish this from like 1 foot of water all the way to 30 feet of water if you just adjust the stopper.
And why is this so effective, and what's the perfect distance then, I guess?
Well, again, it depends on you know, what you're fishing for. I mean, at this time of year, most of the fish are shallow. They're less than 10 feet of water. And there's also a bit more water dynamic, as you can see. Yeah, I see that. They're a bit more water dynamic, as you can see the way they're shaped. They're not just a ball on the bottom, so that helps the fish pull it down with less resistance as well. And at this time of year, what can happen with the kind of systems we've been having, the rainstorms, the thunderstorms, it really impacts shallow fish in a negative way. They're still there, but they're just off the bite. But with this, you put on a real bait flasher jig with a nice tassel on the bottom and a juicy leech, and you hang it right in front of their face when they're not interested. It's kind of like putting a nice chocolate cashew right here, Daryl, and just holding it in front of your eyes. We can relate. We're going to eat it, and that's why this is so deadly.
Teach us maybe how to rig this all up, because you can't see it on television very well. There are a few extra things on here. It's not just the bobber. Yeah,
absolutely. The first thing you have to do is, and when you get your slip bobber kit, and the good news is we have an extensive program, if you will, on this on getfishing.ca. We have a video of how to rig it. But essentially what you have to do is you put your line through and you pull a little wire through, and then you get the bobber stop in the line. Okay. And then you put a bead on to protect it from like abrasion and stuff. And
that's the one right above.
Yeah. And then you slide the bobber on, and then I like to put a secondary stop below just to make sure if I have a nasty northern pike that decides to bite me off, I don't want this all to slide off on the lake and lose it all. So
and I got a weight on mine as well.
Yeah, and for that one, the jig is a little too light, and sometimes the tip will kick up, or the backside of it will tip like this. You want that bobber to be straight up and down, and a little bit of a weight on the backside can just keep it nice.
How much is too much?
Yeah, well, you'll know really quickly, because the bobber will poof, go right down on you, right? So you want to just have it about just right above that little white mark. You can kind of see the chartreuse and then the dark color.
Okay, why are the walleye catching so well right now? You know,
it's the time of year. June is amazing. I wish 12 months of the year it was June, to be honest with you.
It's just not raining like it is right now.
Yeah, and that's the downside, but the fish are shallow, and they're accessible to the shore angler, they're accessible to the boat angler, and they're all done the spawn, and now it's time to eat, Daryl. Summer is eating season, and the fish just want to graze.
We've rigged this all up. We've taught us how to do this. How do we properly fish with this? It's a normal cast?
Yeah, basically what you want to do is you got to be, it's more of a sort of a flip from the side, just a nice toss like that. And if it is windy, like I'll just demonstrate the eyes, just kind of sidearm it like that and just let it land. And then what you want to do is you want to keep the line fairly tight, like not super tight, but you don't want to go on under the boat and losing control of it, or worse yet, if you're using the trolling motor, getting chewed up in the trolling motor, which has happened.
The great news is there's more on getfishing.ca.
Absolutely.
Extensive tutorials, and you can find it there. Good luck there out in the water.